Good morning everyone, my name is Shobit and we all have from last 2-3 days we are a lot of confusion, lot of anxiety regarding the CLAT notifications. So I thought that I'll just make a short, instead of writing everything down on a WhatsApp message or something like that, I thought let me make a small video describing the thoughts that I have as a CLAT stakeholder, also as a center in charge for the students' information and parents' information. So let me jot down the points that I figure it out, and then I will give you some synopsis of what you should do from now on. But let's figure out the things that we are sure about from the notification. So let this press release or the notification that they have given, let's divide them into two segments. First is things that we are very much sure about, that yes, this is the part, okay, this is we are sure about. Second thing, that things that we are not sure about, basically. Okay, so let's jot down the things that we are sure about, or at least I am sure about as a stakeholder of CLAT. First thing first, the paper is in fact going to happen on 10th May 2020. So this is something which I am very much sure about. You can make your own calendar. Please mark this point. Point number 2. The paper is in fact 120 minutes. There is no change in that. We are very much sure about that. So that is something which we are clear about. Third and most important thing is the paper questions, the total number of questions in the paper will range from 120 to 150 questions. Again, this is something which we are sure about, the range, not the exact number of questions. Also, which section will have what kind of questions, what number of questions, we are not sure about that. So please don't be in a speculation form ki this section will have 35 questions like 8 or 20 questions or 10 questions. We are not sure about that. Let's wait for the official sample notification that the CLAT will release. Okay. On top of that, we are sure about that all the questions that they will be released are in fact comprehension based questions. So guys, when I say comprehension based questions, it simply means that the paper questions will be in form of descriptive form, or they are formed in it can be reasoned out. For example, questions which are reading comprehension or your legal aptitude kind of question, principal fact, they are all comprehension based questions. They are all questions which prior knowledge is not required. One can read, understand, apply logic and answer those questions. So questions will be based on comprehension based questions. Also, these are very important points, please note that. First thing I am very sure that there is no static GK. There is no static GK in the entire new 2020 for sure. Second thing, there is no legal GK in the entire paper. So when I say comprehension based question, in CLAT in 2019 there are two kinds of questions that used to come in out of 200 completely. One question was based completely on knowledge based. Who won the 1983 World Cup? It's pure knowledge. It is there's nothing to think logically in that. Or questions like who's the chairman of, who's the chief justice of this high court? All these kind of questions, those are all knowledge based questions. Those questions are completely removed. In fact, questions on time, speed, distance, time and work, probability, where formulas are used, all those are knowledge based questions. Those are completely removed. Questions which are based on logic. Questions which are based on logic. For example, your legal aptitude kind of question, where principal fact, you have to apply logic, give the answer. Reading comprehension, you have to read the passage, apply logic, give the answer. Grammar, you have to use the context of the word, make out the sense and give. Critical reasoning, logical reasoning, all those kind of questions, logic based questions are in fact given more importance in the new notification. That is something we are sure about. Okay. Only logic based. Also, there is a sentence in the basically in the notification, if you see, that descriptive kind of questions will remain as last year. Descriptive kind of questions. Descriptive kind of questions come back to your comprehension based question. All the questions which has a lot of details given to it. For example, your legal aptitude kind of questions, reading comprehension kind of questions. All those kind of questions are definitely there. So basically, this is something which we are sure about. Things which are not very clear, let's move to this part now. Okay, things that we are not very sure about, or things that we have still yet to get a confirmation. Let's jot down those points. First and foremost thing, they have not mentioned anything about negative marking. So there are two situations. First, 90% it will not change. It was the way it was, 0.25 will be negative marks. But there will, because they have not mentioned anything about it, I assume there might be a change. But again, we have to, I cannot give a guarantee on this. It is completely a no sure thing right now. Now let's look at the 5 sections they have talked about in the, basically in the paper, in the notification. First is quantitative reasoning or technique they have used. So they have not used quantitative ability, they have used quantitative reasoning or technique. When I say quantitative technique or reasoning, again they focus more on logic based questions instead of knowledge based questions. So for example, questions like your arithmetic kind of questions like percentages, ratios, all those kind of questions are in fact logic based questions. Questions like area of a circle, all those are knowledge based questions. So it might be shifting towards your reasoning based question. Again, different kind of questions can be data interpretation questions, which is in fact a section in your Christ paper also. Data interpretation questions. For example, a table or a chart is given to you. You have to reason out the data and give the answers to them. You have to use the quantitative technique of percentage, ratio again, figure out the data and give the answers to them. This might be the case. Again, we are not sure about. We have to use the sample paper to get the clarity. Second, they have. Earlier it was verbal ability or verbal section, now they have named it as English section. So again, coming back to logic based or comprehension based, reading comprehension is more important right now. Your vocabulary kind of questions is not very important because again those are knowledge based questions. But again, not sure because until the sample paper comes, I cannot give a guarantee on that. Coming to your GK part, they have removed GK, instead they have replaced GK with current affairs. So straight away, that's the reason I am very sure that no static GK will come, because they have simply mentioned current affairs will be there. Also in the video of Mr. Mustafa, he is the ex-chairman of the, president of the committee. He himself mentioned that static GK will not be there, current affairs will be there. So Manthan becomes more important for you, newspapers become more important for you. The things that are recently happening, India case and all that, you should be very much aware about that. Fourth section, they have mentioned something about, which is completely new to anyone, deductive reasoning. Now there are a lot of speculations regarding this particular section, deductive reasoning. People are saying deductive reasoning is basically a legal aptitude. People are saying deductive reasoning is something completely different. I would suggest let's wait for the official notification. Ideally, deductive means to deduce something, to figure out the way what exactly the data or the information is giving. Ideally, your legal aptitude questions, principal fact or option based questions are in fact deductive reasoning questions. So there is a lot of hope, or there is a lot of let's say chances that deductive reasoning is in fact your legal reasoning. But based on again Mustafa sir's video, he has mentioned the sentence that we are inviting students to NLUs to study law. It is not ethical for us to ask them to study law and then prepare for the entrance exam. Based on that simple one sentence, I cannot guarantee again deductive reasoning will be in fact your legal or not. Again, I would say please wait for the official notifications. Maybe in the month of December they will be released. They have to release by December sample paper or model question paper. Then we get the exact point what we will get out of this deductive reasoning section. But again, it will be more based on language and comprehension and descriptive ways. Last and most importantly, logical reasoning, which doesn't need more of explanation. Things that we have been doing, like for example critical reasoning, your sequence based questions, all those kind of questions purely logic, no knowledge required. Those are questions which are sure about. So these are the things that we are sure about, we are not sure about. If I have to just figure out 2-3 more before I close down this video, 2-3 points I would like to highlight from a student point of view or from CL's point of view. I would say I have jot down these points. Yes. First thing, people are very confused about mocks. What should we do? Should we write the mocks? Should we change our strategy? Should we not study legal anymore? Trust me guys, only CLAT has changed, and how much change, what extent it will change, still yet to come out. I would suggest legal and the entire CLAT paper ALET has not changed at all. Symbiosis entrance has not changed at all. MSCT, IPCT, all these papers have not changed at all. So it doesn't matter CLAT has made some changes or not. Whatever you study, whatever practice you do for CLAT, it is in fact going to help you for these exams. They will have static GK if possible. Also the papers like other paper like CRISE, they also have GK. So I would say stick to the preparation that you have been doing till now. When strategy needs to be changed, I will definitely address that. We'll come to that on a later stage. Secondly, the mock schedule people are asking me. Of course, once everything is done, once everything is confirmed what kind of pattern, then of course new schedule will be coming and I'll be informing you how we will conduct the mocks from now on. Again, hold on, wait, relax, and then let everything get confirmed. Also, people have been talking about the message that you must have got from 1st December, we will introduce a new mock on the pattern by CL. I agree, CL is trying their best and I am part of CL, so we are trying our level best to help the students. But please understand, until we get the exact confirmation of the pattern, how can we introduce a mock? Even if CL is introducing a mock, attempt that, practice that, but I would still suggest from my personal point of view, let's wait for the official notification to come out. Second thing, yeah, so overall people are very much into anxiety level, should we do, what should we do? Trust me, it is a very good news, I would say. It is in fact a very good news because of three simple factors. Firstly, number of questions have reduced. The burden of learning things before your boards have reduced because it's purely logic based question. After boards also you can easily prepare for it. And third and most important thing, the paper has become easy, the paper has become less, so the competition will be more of course, but you have a higher chance of getting a rank or a place because it's not only static based question or knowledge based question, it is in fact a generic kind of paper now. So there's a lot of more chances for average students also to perform better. So take it in a very positive way. Again, don't believe on speculations, YouTube videos, only focus on the things that we are sure about. So that's all. Any questions you have, please message me, call me anytime, and I hope this was helpful to you. Thank you all.